Hey, what's up you guys? It's me, Margie, back with another video, and today we're playing with this big boy, the Wet n Wild and Pac-Man Collab. This is apparently a limited edition makeup collection from Wet n Wild and Pac-Man, and it's amazing, and I'm so excited to play with this. I've seen this all over social media and YouTube, and I've actually had this since I first saw it on the Ulta website, but I just haven't really had the motivation or the passion to record something with this, and today I did, and I said, you know what, let's do it. So this bad boy retailed for $69.99. I did actually manage to save some money with a coupon at the time being. I think it was about like 15% off, so that was very nice. One thing I want to go over real quick before we get into the rest of the video is that I am cruelty free. So every purchase I make, I try to be mindful of where it's coming from and their testing techniques. And the reason I say that is because not long ago, Wet n Wild had been claimed to no longer be cruelty free. They released a whole statement on the situation. It was whatever, but for the time being, this will be my last Wet n Wild purchase until they are otherwise reinstated as cruelty free, or just maybe not, because the whole lying thing kind of gets under my skin, and there's just so many other companies that are well more worthwhile to support. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get into it. We're gonna go ahead and open this massive box. So this is the packaging. It is a giant box with all kinds of little Pac-Man art. It's really big. It actually reminds me of one of those like old school, like vintage hat boxes. We're gonna go ahead and take the lid off, and on the inside, there's a little tidbit here. Take a nostalgic walk down memory lane with the new Wet n Wild Pac-Man collection, where bright hues and iconic characters bring you back to the days spent in the arcade and such. I absolutely adore the packaging. It's not super fancy, but it's exactly what you need to get that little hit of nostalgia. Here we have the inside, and we have all our main products here. We have the lip scrub, lip balm, blush and bronzer quad here. We have our eyeshadow palette. We have our 4 lip products, and then we have our, I think this is a blush and bronzer, or highlighter and bronzer. Sorry, this is blush lighter. Now, the funny thing about this when I first got it is I thought this was it. And I was like, okay, like that's great, but it's a pretty big box for all of this stuff. No, then I realized there's tabs here, and I thought underneath was just like storage or something, but no, there's more. And also, this is so super cute. Like, if anything, I'm definitely keeping the box because it's just adorable. And then underneath we have 2 brushes and a little nail polish set. My favorite thing, I gotta say, are these brushes, because they do have this little subtle hint of yellow at the tip, but, and I hope I can get this without all the glare, they have these little glitters on the inside, and the yellow ones are little Pac-Mans. Like, how cute is that? Let's go ahead and dig into what we have here. We have this Perfect Game nail kit. This comes with 5 different colors, and we're gonna just pull this out real quick. I want to see. So they are very colorful, and they do come in these very like slender bottles. So it looks like 2 or maybe 3. This pink I'm not sure of, but they seem to be more of like a shiny shimmery shade, and then the rest of these just seem to be plain nail polishes. It doesn't seem like any of them have product names, so it's just a matter of the color. So I'm not actually going to swatch or try on the nail polish. The reason being so is because I'm actually very particular about my nail polish. I don't really actually wear nail polish that much either, but I purchase nail polish that's what is it, like 7 free or whatever it is. So I'm probably just gonna find a different purpose for these. And then otherwise on this, we're still on the bottom layer, just to remind you guys, we have these 2 face brushes. They're both called Waka 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 brushes, but one is an eyeshadow brush and the other is a powder brush. Here we have it. So it is just plastic, and this is a little metal piece that holds it all together, and ooh, it's pretty soft. It's very, very flexible, which I like, but it's very bouncy. So it looks like it's going to be able to hold its shape for a very long time. Oh, it's so soft. And this seems to be more of like a square shaped brush. But here we have it. So as you can see, it's a little more of like a squared, like rounded, squared off shape. It's a little shorter and it's thicker than, say, your average lid brush. But again, very soft, definitely has good structure to it. So I really like these brushes and I'm so excited to use them. So now we're going to move on to the top layer. Here we have the main event. Okay, so first we have the Bonus Fruit Lip Scrub and the Bonus Fruit Lip Balm. That's so cute. Ooh, very pungent smell. Smells like kids' cherry like cough syrup. I liked cherry cough syrup as a kid. And here we have Berry Apple. Here we have the Bonus Fruit Lip Scrub. The one thing I will say so far is that there is a lot of unnecessary packaging. Everything is packaged in like 3 different things of plastic, and it makes me a little sad. So these, they're not even open. Like, I just took them out of the box and they smell ridiculous. Like, good, but very potent. Okay, so first things first, you have this whole little thing, right? Yeah, the product itself doesn't start until about like, what is that? Like a third of the way through. It's kind of ridiculous, but in the, like, right out of the box, it smelled a lot like cherry, but I'm smelling it now and it actually smells a lot like cinnamon. Like very autumny, you know, Halloween season. I dig it. But let's go ahead and open this lip scrub first. So again, the product doesn't necessarily start maybe as high as I would have expected it. Oh God, that smells so much like the green Airheads. Is it watermelon? The watermelon Airheads. So I'm actually going to take just a little bit of this. Go ahead and put it right here. It's very fine grit. Ooh, it almost hurts. Does not taste good. Like, the flavor I'm getting from it is definitely more from like whatever fragrance they put in. Like, it's not flavored. It tastes like weird plastic flavored grit. And I'm comparing this to like the Lush lip scrubs I use, and those taste good. Like, I would eat those good. And this is just weird. And now I have to get this off somehow. Hey, Neil. I think we got most of it off. Ooh. Very small little flecks, so. Okay, now that my face is angry, we're gonna go ahead and put on the balm. Ooh. Really did a number. Pretty smooth, but very irritated. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and put, oh, it tastes like smackers, like lip smackers. That's what it reminds me of. You guys know. You know what I'm talking about. Okay, I'm gonna have this on. So it seems like it's got a little bit of a sheen, like a tint to it. Oh, it smells so good though. It smells exactly like, like when I'm putting it on my lips, it smells like cherry cough syrup. But when I actually like smell the product, like on my finger to my nose, this looks so weird. It smells like cinnamon. It's so weird. I don't mind it. It's very smooth, very comfortable. Tastes like lip smackers. Like, that's what it is. Now that I know, that's exactly what it is. Please confirm or deny in the comments if this tastes like lip smackers to you. Okay, so real quick before I get into the rest of these products, I'm gonna go ahead and lay down my face. Today I'm going into my usual BH Cosmetics flawless, naturally flawless liquid foundation. So when I was a kid, I played Pac-Man on like SNES at my grandma's house because that's all she had to entertain us. But I wasn't like a die-hard Pac-Man fan, you know. I was definitely more into like Tetris. Tetris was my game. And then later on, you know, N64, all the classics. Wait, hey Neil, could you play Pac-Man on the SNES?
I would say yes.
I need to confirm with the geek himself, because I can't keep blabbering about this and just be wrong. I'm discrediting myself.
Miss Pac-Man was on the SNES.
Just Miss Pac-Man?
Pac-Man 2.
Yes.
Pac-Man 2, the new adventures was on the SNES.
So they didn't just have like a classic Pac-Man on the SNES?
Miss Pac-Man is basically regular Pac-Man, just reskinned.
Okay. Alright, so we got our base down. I'm not gonna powder or anything because I don't do that. So let's go ahead and start with, so we're gonna start with this base palette, the High Score Quad. That is so cute. It is a blush palette, although I'm gonna go ahead and say that at least half of these are more of like a contour shade on me. I am kind of worried that these are gonna be too warm on me. Do react poorly to warm toned contours and bronzers. Slash I just don't like how they look on me. So my one issue with this collection so far, it's very difficult to open these. Okay. All right, we got her open. Here she is, so beautiful. The one thing I absolutely love about this is that there are scores embossed into these, and that's such a great little detail. Like, it's not a lot, but it's just enough, because Pac-Man was not a lot of the game. It was very simple, to the point, little things here and there. All right, so we're gonna take our little powder brush here, and I'm gonna go ahead, see, I don't like this. Both these blushes are sparkly, and then this one contour that looks like a shade that would work for me is also sparkly, and we have this one shade here that definitely looks too orange for me. So, oh well. We're gonna go in with the sparkly. I'm gonna go in with this one here to do just a little light contouring. Just gonna do some taps. Not too much product showed up on there, so I'm just gonna zhuzh it about. Not any kickback, honestly. Oh wait, there's like a lot of glitter kickback there. Can you guys see that? No? Great. So I'm just gonna put it here. See, oh, what? Is it just me, or does that look like red? Okay, how we looking? You know, honestly, I guess it doesn't look too bad once you work it in a little bit. It is definitely not my favorite shade, but it's not terrible. Work it down on the giblets. I will say another thing that's not really like making me too happy about this collection is it doesn't seem to be too inclusive in this palette here. I think real quick I'm just gonna use I think I want this one. We're gonna go with this one. I am interested to see what the bronzer and the blush lighter look like, so I am just gonna use a little bit. Oh gosh, okay, I like barely touched it, and it seems like to have a very good pickup on that blush. It's very flirty. Okay, so we got that. I would have also liked for these to be matte because there's a blush lighter, so that's just like an automatic like tinted highlighter. This is the Power Palettes bronzer. Comes in a little tin like this. I'll go ahead and twist this open, and sealed for your protection. Take the seal off. What is that? What is that? Just like a foam thing. Oh, is that to... That's to keep it from like going all over the I'm going all over the place when shipping. So they give you this great little foam beauty blender with your bronzer pellets. I'm totally just kidding. And then here are your cute little bronzer pellets. But like, I don't know. I've never used these pellet things, these like ball products. I know they were really popular a few years back, but this is like not my speed. But I guess we're gonna do just a little dab here. Oh no. So this is from just like patting it 3 times. That's a lot of product. So I'm gonna go ahead and just like brush it onto the back of my hand here. See if we get anything from that. Is that a nice little sheen, or am I just sweaty? Oh, okay, so it doesn't give you a sheen, it gives you a sparkle. I'm not gonna put that on. It looked very, very warm. I'm gonna go ahead and just use my finger to get some product from these. This is really fun. It's like a finger massage. So this is just from rolling it around a little bit. I'm just gonna swatch this on the back of my hand, and honestly, it's a very pretty color. I wouldn't mind maybe putting that even like on my eyes. And as much as I want to say this looks like a color that could work for me, I can see around the edges that it is just very warm, but it does seem more of like a silky finish. You know, if you like your bronzer glittery, is all bronzer glittery? I don't know because I don't use bronzer. Sorry, I'm not your traditional run-of-the-mill makeup enthusiast. This is the Illumin blush lighter. Through the side, I can see that this is like a very bubblegum pink. And here are our fluorescently pink blush lighters. Real quick, I'm just gonna do the same thing again and roll my finger around it to give you guys a swatch. Then I guess we could put, okay. Then I guess we could put some on our face. So here it is on my finger. Can you see it? Where can I put the light where you can kind of see it? Hello? Hello? This has turned into an entertainment video of my finger. My finger is now the star. Woo, mama. Here you have it. Nice and shiny. It is a very pretty color if you like, almost like a Barbie pink. And oh, that's actually really cute. So I kind of smooth it out with my finger, and it's got a really nice sheen to it. I do have to say, I like that kind of like glossy effect it's got. And the pink does kind of dull out a little bit. It's got for a highlighter, it's got a very desirable effect. So I'm just gonna take a little pat, then I'm just gonna pat that on my face, and it looks pretty pink. Looks very pink. Am I crazy? Also, I typically wear glasses, and I'm not wearing glasses. So whatever I'm not seeing, I'll see when I edit this. It seems like we've got a nice little subtle glow here. I'm digging it. Hello. All right. So now it's the time to whip out the palette. This is called the Game Over Color Palette. Wait, was that not what this was called? No, High Score. This is the Game Over Color Palette. I am absolutely in love with all these colors. I love how colorful this palette is. I think it's very fun. I think it's got a lot of possibilities. Okay, we finally got her open. Oh my god, what is up with you guys? Okay, here we go. All right, we finally got her open. And once again, this one is also embossed with the little ghosties and the big old Pac-Man smack dab in the middle. These colors look really, really fun. We have 2 super sparkly shades, the orange and the white down here, and everything else seems to be matte. I think first things first, I'm gonna go ahead and swatch these for you guys before I put this on my eyes. I think once I have them kind of swatched out, I'll have a slightly better idea of what I want to do with this. But we're gonna go ahead and start with this hot pink one in the top left. Pinky. I'm gonna start with Pinky. Now, I never remember how to swatch properly, so we're just gonna do that there. I'm just gonna swatch these from over here, and then I'll give you guys a little close-up. And I'm just gonna work my way around and then into the middle. So we're gonna do the purple next. I'm just doing a few swipes here. Nice. Last but not least, I'm very excited about this yellow. Also very scared. Womp womp. And yeah, okay. For a drugstore yellow, I guess it's not too bad. I wouldn't say these feel overly chalky. They also don't feel like creamy or anything. So here we have the swatches here. Again, I started from the top. What is this? Right? I started from the top right corner up here and worked my way around and into the middle. So as you can see here, they don't look bad. Like, they don't look great, but I mean, if I was to buy this on its own, I don't know what these retail for individually, but I'll go ahead and put them on the screen as I'm walking through them because I do know they've been selling these individually as well for people who don't want to get the entire box. I already kind of know what I want to play with here. Just looking, I do like the way I swatch these because again, like I see two different looks here. I see these four working together and these four working together, and I'm actually really digging this look right here. So I'm not entirely sure how I'm gonna make this work, but we're just gonna go ahead and mess around with it. And I'm really excited. So we're gonna go ahead and start with this navy blue here. I am gonna go ahead and start with the eyeshadow brush here, and then I've got a few other brushes here with me that I'll use for the rest of it. So I just did like 2 little taps, and it seems like it's got a pretty decent amount of product packed on there. We're gonna see how this performs on the eye. Ooh, very nice. That's some good pigment there, Wet n Wild. Thank you. I'm just gonna go ahead and work this onto my eye. And work it kind of above my crease just to give me the illusion of a slightly bigger eye. So I'm going to take just a little more, like just on the very tip of my brush here, and kind of pack more product into my crease just to give it a little more dimension. Okay, we're going to do this on the other eye now. Honestly though, I also love how totally different these shapes turned out. Oh my goodness. I'm also just gonna go ahead and run this on my lower lash line since I have the color there. I'm gonna work it into about half of my lower lash line here. And I'm kind of working at like a slightly downward angle rather than following the natural curve of my eye. And again, this will kind of open the eye up. All right, so I am gonna go ahead and use the same brush to grab the teal here, and I'm just gonna work this above the blue, blend the two together, make a little bit more of a like a gradient look, you know, blending. These eyeshadows are performing magically and they blend so well. Look at that. Oh my god. Sorry, I keep forgetting that like I can't you guys want to see what I'm doing and I'm just holding the mirror straight in front of me. I'm not really giving you a good visual here. Also, I do gotta say, this brush is great. Holds the pigment really well without really soaking up too much of the product. Seems to hold onto the color really well as well. Like, I'm getting absolutely no fallout. There is just like a very minimal amount of kickback on this navy blue here. The turquoise basically has none. Okay, and that's it, you guys. No, I'm totally kidding. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and put this brush aside because it's got all the blue on it. All right, so I'm actually gonna go ahead and do a little cut crease, guys. So I'm gonna take just a smidgen of foundation on the back of my hand and take a lid brush here, and I'm just gonna dab it out a little bit so we don't put too much on. And we're gonna start on the middle here. Oh, I think I want a little more. I'm just gonna look up. There it is. Okay. I'm gonna work from there. Oh, you know what I just realized? This is totally gonna like, there's so much blue on here. It's totally gonna mix with the foundation. Okay, so we got a blue cut crease going on. Oh my goodness. We're gonna go ahead and grab, I'm just grabbing this like little defining brush, but I think it's gonna help with our placement on the lid just so it doesn't get sloppy, and it just gives me a lot more control. So I am trying to pack this down really well. Seems to be working pretty well so far. It seems to be a lot better now that I'm just kind of really digging into this thing. Whoa. I just looked at Neil, my boyfriend, and he gave me the same reaction I just had. He was like, whoa, this looks nuts. All right, now, you guys, you would think this is so funny. I'm literally just like brushing out the color from my fingers and my brushes on my leg. Very sanitary. I hope this doesn't stain my leg or my eyes. Oh no, oh gosh. Okay. Finally, we're gonna go ahead and finish off with the yellow in the corner here. I'm very excited to see how this turns out. So, oh gosh. Yellow has a lot of fallout, and we're gonna see how this works. Oh no. It's not good enough. Oh no, you guys. The yellow is like the most important. It's Pac-Man. Alright, I'm gonna try to pack this on, man. I'm sure if maybe I dampen my brush or something, I can maybe get a little more work out of this, but I think we're managing pretty well for right now. It's just, it's a little disappointing. Like, I did already see the swatch on my arm. I was a little like, like, of all the colors to be kind of like meh. I really wouldn't have wanted it to be the yellow with, you know, the giant Pac-Man stamped on it, but I understand yellow can be a difficult color. This looks phenomenal. Okay, last but certainly not least, we gotta put the highlighter on. Okay, we're gonna do a little dip, dap, dip, dip, dap, dip. A little highlighter here. I'm gonna start it on the nose. Oh boy, it's very glittery. Actually, I'm gonna take my finger. Let's do that. That's how I usually do it. Ooh. Well, it's kind of gritty. It's very glittery, you guys. This is not highlight. This swatch is lying to me. Alright, we'll just have to work with it. Just gonna put it on top here and in the corner. Give us some sparkle, maybe. Maybe I regret it already, maybe I don't. Guess we should also maybe like do our brows or something. What do you guys think? I think yes. The eyebrows are the drapes to the windows to the soul, and sometimes when there's a little bit too much sun, you gotta protect those windows. That's why we do our drapes. It makes sense to me. Alright, we're just gonna do a little eyebrow, no big thing. I will say, this lip balm is still going strong, you guys. It's not going anywhere. Whatever. I do not have time for this. I will just... I don't know. What am I gonna do? How we looking? That's a little better, right? No? Yeah, it looks kind of weird, doesn't it? Oh well, we're not gonna... Oh, there's a bug on me. Hello. Bye. Okay. So here we are. Hello. I'm gonna go ahead and get some mascara on here. I guess we could try to put some lashes on, but I'm not a lash girl and I don't want to ruin this look. By that I mean I don't know how to put lashes on still. Okay, we're gonna put on some mascara. Oh my goodness, you guys. I'm like living for this. Okay, we've got one thing left to do, and that is lips. Oh my god, I've been recording for an hour and a half, excuse me. Alright, so we have 4 lip products. Also, I keep looking here rather than here. The camera's here. Hello. Hi. Nice to meet you. Okay, so we have 4 gorgeous little lip products here. They all have names. This one is Pinky, cause duh. This one is Blinky, cause duh. This one is Inky, cause duh. And this one is Clyde. I don't know why you guys stopped trying, but whatever. I'm gonna go ahead and swatch all of these, and then we're gonna decide which one is gonna end up on my face. Okay, but like, tell me all this packaging is not adorable. Honestly. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and swatch these here, I guess. So we're gonna go ahead and start with Inky. This is the blue. I'm gonna open this up here. And it seems to be like a very classic doe foot applicator. Oh yeah, these are all glosses? What? First of all, if this is a gloss, that's very impressive pigment-wise. And they don't smell bad. I know sometimes there has been an issue with Wet n Wild smelling very paint-like. We're gonna go ahead and go in with Blinky now. That definitely seems like more of a lip color rather than a gloss, but the consistency does seem like a gloss. It's very thick, grippy, gooey on my hairs, my arm hairs. That'll be really fun to get off. This is Pinky we're doing next here. And last but not least, we're gonna do Clyde. Inky here is at the top. Then we have Blinky here. Then we have the light dusty pink, which is, what are you? Pinky. Oh my god. And Clyde. I also really like how most of these lip glosses match the shades in the palette. Like, how well thought out is that? I just don't know which shade to pick here. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and start with Clyde. This seems to kind of match the orange we have on the eyes really well, and we're just gonna see how that looks. Okay, so now I understand what the problem is with the applicator. It's very, very flimsy. I feel like it's just gonna snap off of the wand here, and the wand itself seems very, very thin and just not good. Like, that's cute. That's really cute. And it's not overly sticky. Like, it is very, considering I layered a lot of product on, it is very full, but it's not sticky. Like, my lips are not sticking together. It almost feels as comfortable as the lip balm that I put on earlier. So I don't know if maybe that helped us out there, but I really dig this, but I do kind of want to see what the blue looks like. So we're gonna try that real quick. Hey Neil, can you hand me the paper towels, please? Okay, see, like, here's my problem with blue being a lip gloss. Who doesn't want opaque blue on their lips if they're putting blue on their lips? All right, so it's not bad. It's a gloss though, and it's got a very decent pigment for it to be a gloss, but it is sheer. It's a blue sheer gloss, and personally for me, there's just something wrong about that. Like, I don't know. It's hard to explain. Like, I don't totally hate it. I kind of appreciate it. But it's just not 100% there for me mentally. It just seems like something is missing, but I understand why it's missing. I just don't like that it's missing. You know? So there you go. You saw the blue on my lips. It almost looks a little more like a true violet in this lighting, but I'm gonna go ahead and take this off and we're gonna pop on Clyde again. And I think that will be our finished look, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, you guys, and this is the final look. I want to thank you guys so much for sticking around and going through this collaboration collection with me. I had so much fun with this collection. There are a few things that I definitely could live without, but there are a lot of things that really blew me out of the water and I had a lot of fun playing with. Way to go, Wet n Wild and Pac-Man. This was such a cute way to kind of mix two things that I love. I absolutely love this look. It looks bomb as hell, I must say. Thank you guys again for sticking around, and I hope to see you guys in my next video. Bye. Now we gotta do the narcissistic anemone look that all the YouTubers do after they do finish a look. Also, don't mind my hairy AF legs, but this is the mess I made whilst playing and not preparing, and I didn't get paper towels until the very end. But yeah, is this what it's like to be a beauty YouTuber? Because honestly, this is very reminiscent of when I was a child.